Mr David Linden.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. And can I say I'm perhaps unnaturally excited about taking part in the estimates debate. When I first picked up this document earlier on, I thought it was actually a private member's bill speech from the Honourable Member for Shipley. But I must say I'm genuinely very delighted to take part in the estimates debate, not least because I'm a member of the Procedure Committee, which has helped drive this change in parliamentary practice, alongside my honourable friends, the members for Aberdeen North, Glasgow North and Perth and North Perthshire. But partly because I also get to sit alongside my honourable friend, the member for Aberdeen South, who has the ability to combine both budgets and procedure, so the stars have truly aligned this afternoon. But I want to focus my remarks on expenditure on housing and the need for another John Wheatley. One of my predecessors was the late great John Wheatley, who served as the MP for my constituency from 1922 to 1930. Two wonderful things happened in 1924. Firstly, the greatest football team in the history of the earth, the Airdrieonians, won the Scottish Cup. But more seriously, John Wheatley was appointed Health Minister and pioneered an enormous expansion of social housing with the Housing Financial Provisions Act of 1924. And that legislation allowed central government to provide subsidies to build public housing. It was a small but significant step that saw over 500,000 council homes built by 1933. And today, sadly, in 2018, the UK still faces a housing crisis, and it's in that regard that I want to address government policy and spending on housing. I very much welcome the government's signal to renaming, indeed upgrading DCLG to the Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government, but I hope that a name change is not all we'll see when it comes to housing, because I think what we need to see from this government is a radical change when it comes to policy in housing. And just as John Wheatley did, I certainly believe that everything stems from the provision of warm, safe and affordable housing, and that's why I want to see the government spend even more on housing, and it's why I want to see the government abolish entirely the right to buy as well, because the two cannot be done in isolation. Without following both policies, you essentially operate with one hand tied behind your back, as members in England will know. I'm certainly very glad to see that Welsh Labour have followed the SNP government in abolishing the right to buy, or committing to abolishing the right to buy in England. I'm not sure if that's official Labour Party policy in Westminster, but I certainly think it should be. And of course, it is important to note that housing is a devolved competence in Scotland, and we've now delivered nearly 71,000 affordable homes in Scotland since taking office 11 years ago. Indeed, we've got a very ambitious target to have built 50,000 extra affordable homes by 2021, 35,000 of which are for social rent, and I saw a number of them at the Gallowgate only last week. But because we do not sell off our council housing, it allows us to make a dent in tackling the demand for social housing, something that Margaret Thatcher failed at spectacularly. And in stark contrast, last year, The Guardian reported that in England, council homes are being sold off almost 3 times faster than that of local authorities can replace them. So the government must do more in housing, and it's deeply concerning that the department has surrendered £742 million to HM Treasury for other housing schemes. And in the remaining 40 seconds I've got, I want to address the issue of devolution deals, because it was interesting to note in the estimates that other large reductions in resource deal include a surrender from the Department of £74 million to HM Treasury, which have been earmarked for devolution deals. And it's not gone unnoticed in Scotland that the Scottish Government seems to consistently outspend the paltry amounts from the UK Government being offered to Scottish regions when it comes to regional or city deals. And I'm sure my honourable friend, the member from Aberdeen North, shares my disdain for the paltry amount served up, a shortfall of £250 million for the Aberdeen and City Shire deal. Indeed, my honourable friends from Ayrshire are still wondering when the Ayrshire Growth deal will come. So in summary, I do want to see more support for city deals. Yes, I will.
He talks about shortfalls for actual city deals, but does he recognise actually it's Scottish Government reticence that's stopping money coming to the city deals in Stirling and Clackmannanshire and in Tay City's deal as well?
No, I don't, so we'll move on from that. But I do want to focus on the fact that we need to see more. I'm very grateful to the Honourable Gentleman for at least giving something to Scotland, which is an extra minute. But above all, I want to see a new John Wheatley at that dispatch box, investing in social housing and abolishing the right to buy. And I think if we do that, when we come back to debate estimates on housing expenditure in future years, we will start to see progress, real progress, in tackling the UK's housing crisis. Thank you.